Dustin starting the last game of the season, it looks like what does that mean? Like giving a rookie like that sort of the ultimate game of the season here?
I don't think it's an ultimate game. I mean, it's just last game and kind of the way we broke out how we were going to have the guys play once we knew our fate was sealed. This is how we knew it was going to end. With him starting, yeah.
Ryan, have you seen him improve over this last little stretch here where he's played almost every second game?
I think he looks more comfortable, and that's probably the same for most younger players. They're trying to find themselves or find their way. When you're in there more often, you feel like, hey, I have it going, and I don't have to wait until my next start. I know it's coming fairly shortly. So yeah, I do feel like he's been looking more comfortable in there, and he's playing some good hockey for us.
Is it at all different, you figure, for the couple guys who are going to be going back to the Wranglers and have a couple playoff games at least to play?
Like in regards to tonight's game?
Yeah.
I don't think so. This is a game that they want to. There's first impressions always and last impressions, so that matters for these young guys. And I think it's an awesome thing that our team has. Our minor league team had success, so these guys can go and play in games that matter, and that's important for their development, and it's important for where we want to go in the future.
This probably is going to sound like a dumb question, I'm sure it is, but what makes those last impressions for a young guy at the NHL level so important going into the summer?
Well, that's what you remember. I mean, oftentimes when you don't know a player, when you see him the first time, it stays in your head. And the same holds true the last chance they have to compete or the last chance anybody has to do something, that sticks around in a person's head. So when there's conversations over the course of the summer, that's what's going to be floating around in your head about a certain player. If it doesn't go the way a player wants, his teammates, himself, the staff that's around him, and the people that watch in the building, that's what they're left with. So you always want to make sure when someone's going to see you for the final time in a long stretch, they want to be like, whoa, that guy, there's some good things coming around the corner for that person. And that's what we want all of our guys to be like tonight.
I know we'll do all the season and review stuff in the coming days, but just looking at today specifically, for you waited a long time to be a head coach at the NHL level. What's it like to know this is the last one of the year and then we're into an off season?
I'd rather us being in a position to continue to play. So that's disappointing because we aren't where we want to be or where we'd expect to be or where you set your targets. So it's you have lots of time to reflect. I guess, like you said, for coaches, the off season's a little bit different than what management is like. So we have a little bit more time where we can watch and evaluate and look back and make changes. So that's coming. That's down the road for us.
For the milestones, you've spoken about it a little bit, but how important can those be on a game like today for Kadri, Coleman?
For the individual player, they're important. Like those are Blake Coleman. When you talk about him, this is a career year for him in regards to points being put up, and this is the oldest he's been, of course, in the NHL. So he keeps getting better. Didn't come in expecting to be a 30-goal guy this year or potentially a 30-goal guy. He just came in to be his very best. So you're hopeful for him that he gets that tonight. Mackenzie, over the course of the year, has been consistent with his play, and he came in this year the right way, and the offense, I think, is a byproduct of the way his mentality's been. So you're hopeful that he gets 20. And Naz, to see him, as consistent as he's been over the course of the year, every day he's been on a line that's been arguably our best line, and a lot of that has to do with the way Naz has approached it. So you would love to see him be able to finish it that way as well and getting his 30th. So we're hopeful for all three of them, and I know their teammates are going to play hard for them as well.
Huska, I'd imagine with Blake specifically too, there's probably some meaning to him just even being back in the lineup and finishing the season with his teammates that are in the lineup here tonight.
Yeah, you love him too because he argued with Kent for a long time to try to get in a lot sooner. That's just the way he is. Like he typically will play through everything, but Kent you're making sure that he's in the right place. So he's totally ready to go, and we're excited that he's going to have the opportunity tonight.